What in the ever-loving humidity hell is this hot flash? Middle age sucks. And I think I'm going through a middle age crisis, actually. That's what I feel like. This weight gain is insane in the membrane. Let me tell you what. Oh my gosh, this is the dumbest stuff I have ever dealt with. Hello everybody and welcome to Ron-N-Mel. I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Melody and today I am going to be talking about some womanly things. I would like to talk to you about what's going on in my life and the symptoms I'm having and the things that I'm going through and the tests I'm doing. So we're going to start first with, and this is kind of a life update so you guys can know what's going on. I am 44 years old. I will be 45 in March of 2025. Since I turned 40, have been doing mammograms, and that's kind of the normal age to start getting routine mammograms. Now, since my son had passed of cancer and my mama passed of cancer, she had breast cancer, then it spread to her kidneys and everywhere else. I have to keep myself healthy, and I may just show you like what I drink every day or eat what I eat to keep myself healthy. A lot of it has to do with the foods I do intake to help me. I also take certain vitamins, and I can share with you what those vitamins are as well. But I'm going to be talking about breast cancer, perimenopause today. So 2 years ago, I had a breast exam and scared me to death because they called me back in because they said that there was this word for it, but I had dense tissue. I had some dense tissue. So like sometimes when a woman gets big and goes short and then she breastfeeds and they get small again, my girls have gotten big and then they gotten small again, back and forth. And so I created some scar tissue and some dense tissue inside. I was scared. I think I vlogged it actually. I think there is a video of me talking about it. I actually cried because it scared me and I had no idea what that meant at the time. And so they called me back in for another exam, and then just ended up being I had thick, dense tissue in there. So what they do is, because of that, they have to call me in for another set. They need to do extensive readings beyond that to make sure nothing's changed, nothing's grown, or anything like that. So my doctor, I just had a breast exam about 2 weeks ago, I think, and I've waited 2 years for my next one. It was a whole thing. Don't worry about that. No, we don't need to worry about that. But you should be getting them yearly. I just had a mammogram 2 weeks ago, and it was the same thing. You have dense tissue. We need to call you back. And I'm like, why can't you just do the extensive research? Why can't you just do the extensive research right then and there? And why do you have to call me back? I better not have to pay this time, because last time they made me pay, and it's supposed to be under insurance a free yearly check. And so I'm gonna have to find that out. They're calling me back at this Friday to find out. However, the difference is that my doctor had stated that there was change in my left side. So we're going to go check that, probably do some extensive research, which is nothing. I'm not having any other symptoms. They're a little sore and tender, but that's because of perimenopause, which I'll go to in a minute. There's been changes going through my body, and so I'm feeling sore and tenderness, but however, I don't see any other symptoms. So I just think it's just the perimenopause and not anything significant or concerning. I definitely will update you guys on that probably next week or whatever. I'll probably come in and try to do another video to share with you the results. Me being 44 years old, almost 45, perimenopause starts in your 40s. What is perimenopause? What's the difference between perimenopause and menopause? Well, perimenopause, I had a hysterectomy 3 years ago, and so I don't have to deal with the womanly monthly thing, the periods. I don't have to deal with that. It's been amazing that I don't have to deal with that. So technically, going through perimenopause, when a woman still has her periods, it changes. It becomes heavier, and more out of tune. It's not monthly. It could be like 6 months in a row. It could be nothing at all. You think you're pregnant, you know, all these things that it messes you up. A point in a woman's life that causes change in her body, change in her mental, physical, emotional, all of the above. Everything. I'm going through such a change right now. One of the side effects is emotional. The emotional side is where it's very bipolar type of emotions. So one second I'm like the best, sweetest lady in the whole world. The next second I'm going to rip your mother effing head off. And I'm just flipping everybody off and I'm pissed off. And it's anything could trigger that. And it's like 24/7 PMS. It's not just once a month PMS. It's 24/7 PMS. It's insane. I have been going through a roller coaster of emotions. I cannot stand me being out of my norm, which is a happy-go-lucky, joyful person, and turning into this biggest witch you'll ever meet. So I'm learning how to regulate my emotions. I had a discussion with my husband last night, and I said that he needs to talk to me like I'm a little puppy. Because right now, yes, I'm a grown-ass woman. I am mature. I can handle stuff. I have a hard spine. You know, I'm tough. I'm tough. I've had some seriously negative people and seriously negative comments. Like, I'm a tough person. I can handle. But lately, it's been the opposite side of the spectrum. Like, I'm like ripping my husband's head off at times. And I can't handle certain things he says or does. And normally, I can handle it. Normally, I'm chill. I'm a really chill person. I'm usually really good with that. Emotions are number one when it comes to perimenopause. These symptoms are not in all order, but I do know that that's like the number one thing is where you have your emotions are all over the place. Depression is part of that. Oh my gosh. I am seriously crying at some of the stupidest stuff. And I'm like, why am I crying? Out of nowhere, I just start crying. Like, I'm pregnant. Like, my body thinks I'm pregnant because I think that's more appropriate to say on symptoms of perimenopause. It's kind of like early pregnancy where you have or even later pregnancy where you have your emotions out of whack. You're just crying at everything. Like, I'm crying at game shows or, you know, those types of things. I was tending to Ronnie and his shoulder because he recently had surgery. I'm tending and changing his stuff. And I just start shaking, and that's another thing I'll say in a second. I start shaking, and I'm crying. And Caden comes walking in, he's like, "Are you okay, Mom?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm fine. I'm just crying for no reason. It just started blurting out, and I just started dropping tears. It's because my emotions got so heavy that I just started dropping tears." But depression is also a huge thing that you got to watch out for. If you already had depression and you're taking antidepressants, when you get to this age, please talk to your doctor. Let them know and find out if there's therapy you could take or a regimen that you could do to help put you in a positive mental state, because this depression is real. You start feeling like you're worthless and you're not good enough. And I mean, you get all these thoughts that just fly through your mind and you're like, what in the world is going on? I should be over this. I went through this in my 20s and 30s. I should be over this by now. Not when it comes to perimenopause. So I have to force myself to be like, okay, calm down. And I have to go watch videos on TikTok or listen to music that's uplifting and positive to re-encourage me, because, oh my gosh, this is the dumbest stuff I have ever dealt with. Another one is a weight gain. I have lost 65 pounds since last year. And so I had done intermittent fasting, which is probably another video I need to talk about so you guys can learn how I lose weight. Intermittent fasting. I do 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours in eating every day, Monday through Friday. I stop it Friday night, and because that's when I go out with my friends and we eat and drink. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I take a break so my body does not get used to intermittent fasting and then stops working. So I like to kind of trigger it up and then start over. I lost 65 pounds on my own just from the fasting. However, This weight gain is insane in the membrane. Let me tell you what, it's all right here in the tummy, and I keep fluctuating between 5 to 10 pounds, and I'm like, oh my God, now I have to go back on harder fasting. I got to be more strict. Why am I gaining weight? That is the another number one thing about perimenopause is the weight gain. What the F? I can't, I try so hard to be healthy, and she just wants to do her own thing in this body of hers. She just, I don't know what else to do. So that's another thing you could talk to her about. See if you could go on a strict diet to help from the weight gain. Do not go to a doctor that will tell you, oh, it's just perimenopause. There's nothing we could do. You're going to gain weight. You're going to feel this. Sorry, there's nothing you could do. They have treatments and they have things that you can do to better yourself. The other parts of perimenopause is anxiety. And blood pressure. So like I'll get a little anxious and a little nervous, but it gets worse and worse and worse, and I'm overthinking and my anxiety rises, but then my blood pressure drops and suddenly I'm calm. But that's caused me to almost pass out multiple times. I'll be at work, so I'm a little stressed out doing my stuff at work, and all of a sudden my blood pressure goes whoop, and I'm like, oh my God. And then I drop to the ground because I'm almost passing out because my blood pressure drops. So I have to kneel down, and people are looking at me funny like, what is she doing? And I'm like, I'm going to pass out. Well, they'll ask me questions. Have you eaten? Are you dehydrated? No. This is all perimenopause. I'm totally fine. I eat and I drink. I'm hydrated. Trust me, my pee is clear. My urine is clear. So I am, that's another thing is hot flashes. What in the ever-loving humidity hell is this hot flash? It's 10 degrees outside. I hate the cold. Absolutely hate the cold. Here I am, dying and walking out and being like, oh, it feels so good to be outside. If I were doing hot flashes, now is the time where all of United States is snowing. So now's the time to do it. It feels great. And Ronnie's starting to freeze to death because I have 2 fans on me at night. Sometimes I crack the window open. I got to be careful because it is mold grows easy in our house, so we have to be careful with that. So the hot flashes are huge with that. You wake up and you are dripping sweat down your whole body, and you have to get up and go take a shower and change your sheets. I haven't had it that bad yet, but I just changed my sheets, and I'll get in bed and I'm starting to sweat, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go lay on the couch or something because I don't want to, I have to go get an air conditioner on my face. I'm just going to hold a big old AC unit right in my face. I mean, that's a genius idea, actually. If you guys are feeling the same symptoms as I do, just know you're not alone. And just know that you are worth it. You are not worthless. Just you are enough. And I know that going through this makes you feel like you're not enough, but I'm going to tell you right now, you are enough. And I appreciate everybody being here. I will definitely give you more updates as time goes on how I'm doing. I have not come up with a regimen. This is all pretty new. I've been dealing with perimenopause maybe for a month now. And so I'm learning how to work through it. And they could say you can deal with this for 10 years. And I'm like, hell no, I don't want to deal with this for 10 years. I have to wait till I'm 55. Ugh. So that's, and then the menopause, to step back a little bit, menopause is when it's all done and you have no periods, your body regulates itself, you're back to your normal self, and now you're just at that age of 50. So can I just say, middle age sucks. Middle age sucks. Middle age sucks. So let me know what you guys, if you are going through it, let me know what your symptoms are, how you're feeling. Have you had your mammograms, and what do you think about the dense breast tissue and all that stuff? But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys all for another video. I love you guys so much. Ciao.